Hello and welcome to The United Man. My name is Shane. Today we're going to be going through all the updates on Manchester United's latest transfers in and the couple looking like leaving. Also going to be touching up on some of the players that I feel like we've missed out on in a massive way. So stick with me guys and let's go. Before we get into it, just wanted to say a massive thank you for getting us over the line with 100 subscribers. We're well over now. I think it's 130 at the moment. So yeah, much appreciated guys on all the support. Let's get straight into it then. Saul Niguez is the new name that's been tipped our way. Now, straight up, it's been said that Atletico Madrid has got a £130 million release clause on him. Now, I know, like Koke, Saul Niguez is their guy. He's been with them since he was knee high, all that jazz. He recently signed a 6-year contract. I think he's a year into that 6-year contract. As I said, the £130 million clause, listen, Man United is not going to be paying that. That's just a pipe dream. It's not going to happen. And even if Man United did, pretty sure Saul Niguez would not want to leave either. So that's just a pipe dream. Not too sure where that one's come from. So yeah, I'm just putting that one to bed as far as I'm concerned. But what I'm going to do on all these, the ins, I'm going to give it a potential percentage of the deal being done. 0% being none, 100% being, it's going to be done tomorrow. With that being said, I would look to give that deal just a measly 10%. Can't see it happening at all. Not to say there's no chance, but a very low chance. So that's Saul Niguez. On to Harry Maguire. Listen, the more and more this rumbles on, the more and more it looks likely. I was thinking the other day, now in terms of Manchester City's squad compared to ours, now City can offer him the chance to win the Premier League, or more than likely they're going to win the Premier League. Also, they're in the Champions League, but they can't offer him a guaranteed start. They've got John Stones, Aymeric Laporte, Otamendi. Them three last season, there was sort of it was mainly Laporte and Otamendi. Company then came out towards the end of the season. I can't really see him being a starter there, whereas we could offer him the start. Obviously, he doesn't want to be at his age, 26, coming in, being a bit part player, not sure if you're going to start one week to the next. So I think he'd favour coming to United because he's going to be playing week in, week out, and he's going to be a focal point. He's going to be the leader at the back there. He's seen what we've done with Wan-Bissaka. He can see our intent. I can see him, I know it sounds crazy, but you're looking at the logistics of it. He's not going to want to go to City and sit on a bench, and he doesn't strike me as a player that wants to go somewhere, sit on a bench, pick up medals. He wants to play more than anything. So I could really see him choosing Manchester United over City. In terms of that deal, I'd give that 85% chance. I think he's coming to United. So for me, that would be more of an 85% chance. Bruno Fernandes. This saga is it really is a transfer saga. It's doing my head in. Now, I don't know. You hear that all this business about if there's a bid rejected of 35 million or more, then Sporting have got to pay Bruno Fernandes 4 million, and that he's actually got a clause in his contract that he can be bought for 31 million. That's why if someone does bid for 35 million or more, then they reject it, then they've got to pay 4 million to Bruno Fernandes. So this one is so confusing in relation to, right, why can't we actually get this one over the line? Now we know his agent has been to England and back trying to sort a deal out. I think in terms of the personal terms, as you probably read yourselves, that Bruno Fernandes was kind of blown away in terms of what we've offered him. I hear it's in the region of 4.5 mil annually. So I think he's happy with that. It's just that the two clubs have to agree a deal. Now, I think there's something in this one because I'm pretty sure, listen, for what type of player Bruno Fernandes is, bearing in mind Benfica's youngster, who's just come onto the scene, has gone to Atletico Madrid for 100 million plus, we're bartering over between 30 and 50 mil. Yeah, something doesn't bode right here. So I think we're in the know of something in regards to what we have in his contract. And I think they're trying to get him for in the realms of 35 to 40 mil. I really do, which is an absolute steal if we can get that done. On the other side, on the flip side, if we end up missing out on Bruno Fernandes because we're messing about with the transfer fee, I won't be happy because, you know, just messing about with a fee for a player like that. Come on, man. Let's just get it done. Get it sorted. Over the line. Let's just move on. Let's get Bruno Fernandes in the Manchester United kit so we can get him. Well, he's obviously on holiday in a minute, but we just need to get this done. Sean Longstaff. This one will not go away. There is clearly, in this occasion, no smoke without fire. It looks like Solskjaer wants Sean Longstaff. He sees certain qualities in him in terms of being young. I suppose the potential of what he could be. This one is all on Solskjaer. I'm pretty sure that not a lot of some of the scouts would have come back to him and said, yes, he's this, he's that, could be this, could be that. This one I think is purely based on Solskjaer. I actually forgot to say Bruno Fernandes, I'll give it a 90% rating as well. But Sean Longstaff, I'll give this one a 70% rating as well. So, yeah. It's just going to gain more traction, isn't it? So, but I know they were looking to take Longstaff away on pre-season. Don't know if that's going to happen. Well, I doubt it's going to happen as we look to fly out on Sunday. So watch this space, but I know, you know, we're on top of that deal as well. In terms of the rest of the information, we have signed up, and I'm happy about these ones, and I shall tell you why. We've signed up Axel Tuanzebe and Andreas Pereira to more long-term deals. Now, we're talking about what our ethos is now and what we're looking to do long-term. Now, not everyone we're going to buy or have is going to be a starter. We're going to need players that are going to be in and around the squad. Now, Tuanzebe is not just a squad player. Well, at the moment, he may well be, but he has the potential to go on and be a starting centre-back, I believe, based on what I've seen at Villa, based on what I've seen in the youth academy, under 23s, all that jazz. I believe he could be a really, really good player in the not too distant future. On the other hand, Andreas Pereira, I can't really see him ever breaking into the first team. Based on performances I've seen over the last few years, I can only see him being a role player, and I think his contract will probably state that as well, which he seems to have accepted. He seems happy with, and yeah. In any case, I'm glad that we've signed up those two because they're younger players that can come in, do a job as well as progress as well. It's better than keeping on board the likes of Phil Jones, Ashley Young, Chris Smalling. Even Mata, I know a lot of people saying, why have we signed him? Why have we given him that? Mata took a reduction in wage. He's also taking on more of a mentorship role within the team. He's a consummate professional. He can still play to a certain degree, but he won't be starting. He'll be more of a rotation player as well, coming off the bench. So for me, you need to have those kind of players that are a really good example at the club. He's obviously looking at mentoring players, and that's what Solskjaer is going to have him there for. As you'll probably see in the Solskjaer interview, saying it's going to be a crucial season for Mata to be in and around the squad and helping, you know, basically put his arm around the shoulder of the younger lads and bringing them on. What I wanted to touch on as a bit of a gripe really is missing out on players and potentially missing out on more players. Now, at the beginning of the transfer window, before it even opened, we were linked with Tungai Ndombele. Now, we know he's obviously, anyway, he's not with us. But I feel that we missed out on him purely because of not knowing what Pogba's doing. Now, from the time that Pogba's come out and said, look, I want a new challenge, essentially saying he wants to leave Manchester United, we should have pulled the trigger. But instead, we just procrastinated and let him go to Spurs. So, not happy with that at all. Now, for me, I was saying back then, because it has even been reported back then that we're looking and monitoring the situation with Ndombele, but we're ultimately waiting to see what Paul Pogba does. I said back then, don't wait to see what Pogba does, because for all we know, he could leave us stranded. Yes, I prefer for Pogba to stay. However, even if Pogba does stay, do we not still need a replacement for Mata? Do we still not need a replacement for Laney? And Mbele is better than both of them put together. So why have we decided to wait? And where he's not a direct replacement for Pogba, so that made no sense whatsoever, and we've missed out on him because of that. Also, Adrian Rabiot is gone to Juventus on a free, where we could have signed him, but no. Don't know what happened there, but clearly chose Juventus over Manchester United for whatever reason. Should have thrown a kitchen sink at this one, in my opinion. We didn't. We've lost out on Rabiot as well, where he could have been a good way in terms of, a good level in terms of a good way of going towards replacing Pogba. But again, we missed out on that one as well. In potential players we're possibly going to miss out on. Again, same thing that I was referencing to in terms of Ndombele. We don't need to wait to see what Pogba's doing, because these players can play alongside Pogba, or indeed try and plug the gap that he would leave if and should he leave. Yuri Tillmans, to me, he can play alongside Pogba. He's not going to replace Pogba. So what are we waiting for? He wants to join Manchester United, but although he's more likely going to be joining Leicester. Why are we waiting for deals like this when it's on the table? It's there to be done, but we're waiting, seeing what Pogba's doing. He's going to leave us in lurch more likely. He's not even back from pre-season yet. So, yeah. Why are we waiting for him? Why are we placing our future in a player's hands? Again, don't get me wrong. If Paul Pogba's come out and apologise, say, look, I got it wrong, guys. I want to stay. Want to make it, want to make it right. Want to make a dynasty of us again. Then brilliant. But he's not going to do that in all reality. So, yeah, let's do our deals. Let's not wait. Why are we waiting? It makes zero sense whatsoever. On to the outs. As we just touched on Paul Pogba, I can only see him really leaving if someone stumps up the 130, 140, 150 levels of cash in terms of what we're asking for. There's only going to be one or two clubs that have got that kind of money, and would they even pay it? I don't know. So I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up having to stay, not by choice, but just by default. No one can pay the money for him. People are looking at swap deals and all that jazz. We're not interested in that. Also, Lukaku, again, Inter Milan struggling to come up with the cash. So the deal's not done yet. He's in pre-season training with us at the moment. At least he's there, unlike Pogba. Yeah, for me, we just got to get these deals done. It's just typical United. We want to sell players on. We've got a team that wants him. They've got players that we could have off their hands. I know Skriniar doesn't want to leave. They don't want to let Skriniar go. Mario Cardi, But in any case, let's just put something in place, man. We've already got money. We don't need the money to go and spend. Why not accept 50, 60, 55 million off them and then have the rest paid over the next 12 months? I don't know. I'm not the negotiator, but that's Woodward's job. While we're playing hardball, get the players out of the squad that we don't need or we don't want. Anyway, guys, rant over. Much appreciated for the subscriptions again. If you like the content, please subscribe, like it and share it. And don't forget the notification bell. Guys, until next time, see ya.